We will now move to our two final presentations. Hydrogen's commercial potential depends on the entire value chain, from production through compression, storage, distribution, and end use. Our next speaker examines integrated engineering solutions with focus on compression technology for hydrogen, ammonia, and biofuels. Please join me in welcoming to the stage Mr. Carlo Terrani, the Managing Director at Newman Esser.
So, good afternoon, everybody, and thank you so much for joining me today. First of all, I would like to thank the organizer for the opportunity to be here with you today. It's really my pleasure. My name is Carlo Terrani. I'm the Managing Director of Newman Esser Italia, so the Italian branch of Newman Esser Group. Before I start with my presentation, please allow me to introduce the company I'm representing. So, Newman Esser Group is a partner driving the energy transition with integrated solution for the energy infrastructure of tomorrow. What does it mean? Actually, we are a manufacturer of electrolyzer, hydrogen refueling station, trailer filling station, but also compressor systems. And our support starts also with consulting and feasibility study during the feed and pre-feed phase of the different projects. We are a family-owned business, so we are a German company with almost 200 years of history, and we have been owned by the family Peters for more than 125 years. So we are now at the fourth generation with Stefan and Alexander Peters. We have a global footprint, so our headquarters is in Germany, in Übach-Palenberg, but we have more than 28 operating companies worldwide. Our compressors are manufactured in Germany and India, while our electrolyzer in Germany and Brazil. The strength of our organization is that with the different operating companies, actually we have order handling and project execution and packaging locally. When it comes to aftermarket, we do have repair coordination centers worldwide, as well as a partner with local workshop, and we have also the possibility to monitor our assets, our compressor by digital solution. Just some figures. We have average consolidated turnover around 460 million euro. We are almost 2,000 employees with a large fleet of reciprocating compressors worldwide, more than 5,500 compressors installed. And out of this, approximately 2,000 compressors are for hydrogen application. We also have already sold more than 10 electrolyzers for the hydrogen refueling station and filling trailing station. So let's come to the main topic. So why hydrogen? We think that hydrogen is a key enabler of the energy transition. So what we see is that in a decarbonized energy system, we will generate renewable energy by wind and solar. Then, of course, we can use the energy we have created from renewables directly or to transport and to store it. And so a reliable and cost-effective storage and transportation means for huge quantity of energy are, in our opinion, vital prerequisites. And we think that hydrogen offers these capabilities, and additionally, it can also be used as reaction partners in the process industry. This is the reason why I like the analogy milk and cheese. I think we can think to the renewable electricity, to the renewable energy as milk, so with a shelf life of a few milliseconds. On the other side, we have hydrogen, which is like cheese. So actually we can store it, we can transport it, we can keep it for a longer time, and above all, we can also use it for various dishes. So, as I said, if you have the possibility to produce renewable energies and use it, please do that directly. If not, then when you need to store, transport energy, then hydrogen plays an important role. Another important topic I would like to highlight today is that the hydrogen value chain is really characterized by high degree of reciprocal interdependence between the different components. So if we talk about production, storage, transportation, the components along the hydrogen value chain are really interconnected. So that's why it's really important for us to take into consideration this interdependence of the different components and have an integrated approach. And significant competitive advantage and also higher customer benefit is generated by the integrated solution. To make my speech, my keynotes more practical, I would like to give you a very simple example. Let's think about the compression need for hydrogen downstream at 200 megawatt electrolyzer. So we are talking about 40,000 normal cubic meter per hour. Let's take as an example an outlet pressure of 80 bar, the typical pressure to feed a pipeline, at least in Europe. In any case, you will see that the example is, or the case study can be applied not only to Europe, but also to other markets. We have hydrogen at saturated condition with a suction temperature of 30 degrees C, and we can cool down the hydrogen at intercooling or aftercooling at 240 degrees. So if we start with an atmospheric electrolyzer, so producing hydrogen at 1 bar, then we will need a very big reciprocating compressor to reach the 80 bar. So we will need 5 stages. We will need 8 cranks machine. So where the first and second stage, they are not really loaded, but actually they will have big cylinder because of their very low pressure and of course the low molecular weight of the hydrogen. So we will need one of the biggest frame sizes. Just the bare compressor will have a weight of 240 tons. Also with a drive power of 7.5 megawatt at shaft, which is only 30% of the potential power that can be held by the frame. But to add more complexity to the system is that we will generate almost 1 ton of condensate, of water condensate per hour. So this will bring additional complexity to the system because we have to handle 1 ton of water every hour. If we consider pressurized electrolyzer, the typical discharge pressure of a PEM electrolyzer is 30 bar, then the situation changes completely because we just need 1 stage compressor rather than 5 stage. The compressor is quite small, so we will have a well-loaded cylinder with 315 millimeters diameter on the cylinder. The condensate will just be 10 kilograms per hour, so much easier to handle than 1 tons. And the compressor weight 20 tons, so 10 times less than the 200, or 12, more than 10 times less than the 240 tons. And also the power will be lower than 2 megawatt. Okay, we can also keep doing with the comparison. What I want to say that's, of course, we need to take really into account the complexity of the system. So if we move from 1 bar to 30 bar, unfortunately you cannot see, we have to handle from 1,000 kilogram per hour condensate down to 10 kilograms. So the importance of thinking at the integrated solution is also in our mind when we are designing hydrogen refueling station. We at Neumann Esser, we have developed a simulation tool for the hydrogen refueling station where we can take in consideration the hydrogen source, the compression unit with 1 or more compressor, the balance of plant, the storage vessel, the dispensing and measuring unit, as well as the controls and safety system. Just to give you some example of projects where we have engineering and supply integrated solution. This is the Heyden project in Germany. It's a hydrogen production plant we are starting up the plant right now. So in this second quarter 2026, the scope of supply included 10 megawatt PEM electrolyzer, 245 cubic meter low pressure buffer storage, 2 diaphragm compressor to increase the pressure of the hydrogen from 30 bar to 500 bar, and then the hydrogen high pressure storage, and finally the the 3-liter filling station. So as I said, a complete integrated solution producing 180 kilograms per hour of hydrogen at 500 bar from 10 megawatt PEM electrolyzer. Another interesting project, always in Germany, is this H2HS project, where we are supplying a 2 megawatt electrolyzer, the trailer port for filling and discharging, the hydrogen refueling station for 350 bar vehicles, the diaphragm compressor to compress the hydrogen to 500 bar, because the 500 are needed then for refueling of the 350 bar vehicles, and also H2 storage of 1,400 kilograms at 500 bar. And of course, the control system for the complete scope of supply. This is a picture of the status of completion of the plant at March this year, so 2 months ago. Another project in Europe, 20 megawatt, so 4 modules of 5 megawatt electrolyzer. This is for steel industry, so the decarbonization of this steel industry by producing hydrogen from green hydrogen instead of green hydrogen from steam reforming. We did the complete turnkey solution, so the complete integrated solution, including also the engineering for the permitting, the local permitting with the authorities, and the commissioning of the whole system. In the phase 2, there will be also a hydrogen refueling station integrated into the project for refueling cars at 700 bar. Last but not least, we have this interesting project for SAF production. So it's a project in the eastern part of Europe. It's a 55 megawatt electrolyzer, or total capacity of electrolyzer. We are talking about 11 modules of 5 megawatt each. As I mentioned, this is for a refinery where they will produce SAF. Also in this case, we supported our client in the consulting and in consulting phase. And of course, we support them also for the engineering for permit application, and our services will not only include the supply of the electrolyzer, but also the commissioning, the startup, and the first month of operation of the electrolyzer. The start of production will be in the second half of this year, so this will bring additional concrete example of what we mean for integrated solution. So before I conclude, just 3 takeaway from my presentation. As I said, hydrogen for us is a key enabler of energy transition. An integrated approach that takes into account the interdependence of the hydrogen value chain component is a must. Technology as well consulting, feasibility, implementation from a single source generates significant competitive advantages and higher customer benefit. So we, Neumann Ester, we are a reliable partner for integrated solution. So this is ending my presentation. Of course, if you have any question or would like to have more detail, you can also visit us at the booth 5122. Thank you so much for your attention.